today in this video we are going to talk about the different type of budgets which are prepared by the organizations managers for the effective achievement of the objectives of the company as a whole. The different budgets which are prepared by a company are the sales budget, production budget, purchase budget, material budget, master budget, cash flow budget, etc. Now let us talk about each one of them in detail. First of all, let us start with the sales budget. Sales budget. It is the primary budget. Now, why it is the primary budget? Because it forms the basis on which all other budgets are built or made. What does it do? It tells the revenue goals of the organization, which means it tells us how much a company plans to achieve in terms of profit, in terms of the flow of money inward in the company. Now, what is exactly the sales budget? Sales budget is the forecast. It is an estimate of sales. It is an estimated value to be achieved during the specific period of time in terms of sales as to what the company expects in terms of the products to be sold in an organization in a particular year. That all is included in sales budget. Now, who prepares this sales budget? The answer to this question is the sales manager is directly responsible for the preparation and execution of the sales budget. When we talk about execution, it means he is the one, the sales manager is the one who implements, who puts into action the sales budget in an organization. The sales budget, what does it do? It shows the breakup of the total sales into product-wise sales, sales of the territory-wise, month-wise sales. Now, what does it mean? It means that the sales are divided into, say the company is producing 2 to 3 types of products. Say it is into the business of shampoos, soaps, etc. So, it will show, the sales budget will show the product-wise sales to be achieved, that is how many shampoos need to be achieved, how many sales of the soaps need to be achieved. Then it also shows the territory wise sales, which means what will be the sale of the Chandigarh as a whole, what would be the sale to be achieved in Haryana, and it also shows the month wise sales, say the sales for the month of January, sales for the month of February, and so on. Now, what all factors we need to consider before preparing the sales budget? First of all, we need to take into consideration the past sales figures as to what was the sale in the past, so that we can predict, we can decide as to what sales targets, what sales can be achieved in this particular year. Say in the last year the sales was about 2 lakhs per month. 2 lakhs units to be produced and sold per month. So, the same we can decide for the near future. Next is, it depends on the salesman's estimate. That is, it depends on the estimates which are given by the salesmen, because they meet the customers directly. So they know as to what the customers demand from a company. Say the customer demands from the company that the shampoos it is selling should have different variations, say shampoo for smooth hair, dandruff hair, and so on. So it also, the sales budget also depends on the salesman estimates. Third point is general trade prospects. This is the type of information which is collected from the magazines and trade papers. So the sales budget of an organization also depend on these information, these data. Now, the fourth point is orders on hand. That is, how many orders the company has for the near future. It depends the sales budget depends on the same. Say a company has an order for 5 lakh units per month. So the company can decide about its future sales, that is the sales for the whole year, depending on the orders in hand. The next point is future product planning. This means that the company can decide, keeping in view its expansion, that is how much more products it is planning to coming in the coming up year. How many more products the company plans to start off to launch in the near future. Say the company is in the business of soaps and it plans to go into the products such as shampoos, oils, etc. So the company can decide about its sales budget keeping in view the future products plans. The next point is availability of material. Now it is also very important for the sales manager for the sales budget that the supply of raw material and the power need to be taken into consideration. That is, if and only if the raw material is available in the market for the products it plans to make, only then it can decide about its future sales. Say for the making of shampoos, it requires lot of chemicals, but if there is shortage of raw material of those chemicals in the market, then the sales budget cannot be prepared without estimating about the chemicals which are needed for the finished products. So the company needs to take into consideration the availability of material also. Next budget is the production budget. When we talk about the production budget, children, production budget contains an estimate. It contains an forecast of the total quantity, volume of the production product wise and week wise as well as month wise. It is basically a forecast of the closed inventory, that is the closing stock, that is the stock, that is the material which is available in the company as finished products. So the production budget is based on all these parameters. Production budget is generally based on the sales budget. But at times, children, the sales budget is not available in regards to the latest fashion trends available in the market. So in that case, the production budget needs to be based on the past experiences. Say in the last year, the company was doing a production of 5 lakhs per month. So the company can plan its near future of the production budget based on those parameters also. Now, what all factors we need to consider while preparing the production budget? The first parameter which we need to consider is the sales requirement. It means that what quantity of the goods need to be sold in the market. That is, supposingly the company has decided that it is going to sell say 5 lakhs units in the market per month. So the production budget has to be based on that. That is, if only and only there is going to be production of 5 lakh units, only then they can be sold. So this is one of the key factors when we make the production budget. The next point is the inventory policy. By inventory policy, we mean that the stock, that is the raw material and the finished products, they should not be overstocking and understocking. That is, there should not be any kind of excess of raw material or finished goods available in the company, as well as there should not be any excess or shortage of finished goods in the company. So the production budget needs to be made according to the inventory policy, that is the stock policy. It also depends on the plant capacity. The maximum quantity of a product that a company can make depends on the quantity the plant can do. That is, how many units can be made in the particular plant, that is in the particular factory of the company. So the production budget is based on that parameter also. Say the machineries can produce maximum of 5 lakh units. So the production budget has to be made only and only on those parameters that a machinery can produce 5 lakh units per day. So it has to be based on that. It also depends on the balanced production. That is, it depends on ensuring that there is proper utilization of the plant facility. That is, the machines are used properly, as well as there is a reduction in the cost, so that there is no wastage of the raw material, as well as the machines, they do not run off. That is, there is no wear and tear of machinery, so that the production gets hit. So there has to be a balanced production which has to be taken into consideration while preparing the production budget. Next is the availability of material and labor. For preparing a production budget, there has to be a continuous availability of the raw material. Say, for making of the shampoos in the company requires a regular supply of raw materials such as chemicals, etc. So it requires that the raw material is available in continuous nature. If the raw material is not available, the production will be a hit. The same goes for the labor. The labor who has to help, who has to take the production process, they should be available. So the production budget should be based on these parameters. Next is the time taken in the production process. It must take into consideration that how much time it will take per machine. That is, say we are in the production of making cloth. So cloth requires different stages to be passed, that is spinning, weaving. So we should take into consideration that is how much time it will take for per stage for making the product. So it should calculate, the production budget should calculate the time taken for per process to be completed. Now the next budget which is to be prepared is the material budget. Now children, when the company has decided as to how much sales it is going to make, what is going to be the volume of production, the next thing which the company needs to estimate, needs to forecast is the cost of production. That is, what would be the cost of the raw material. The cost of production includes the cost of raw material, the labor, the overheads. So that is why the material budget is also very important, because we need to know beforehand as to what all are going to be the expenses in terms of the cost. What is going to be the cost of production of the company? It should not be too high, it should not be too low. It should suffice, it should help in facilitating the sales and production. Now the material budget is based on certain parameters, that is estimating the raw material required. Supposingly we are in the process, we have decided that the monthly sales is going to be 5 lakhs per month. So the material budget needs to estimate the raw material which will be required for producing for the sales to be achieved of 5 lakh units. So there has to be an estimate, that is a forecast. An estimate has to be made for the raw material. The next is controlling the inventory of raw material. That is, there should not be overstocking of the raw material, as well as there should not be any kind of shortage of raw material. It should be controlled. That is why the material budget should be made so as to know how much material of raw material is available in the company and how much they need to order more. Then it is also based on scheduling the purchase of raw material. That is, a schedule has to be made as to when the raw material needs to be purchased, at what price, and from which supplier. For that also the material budget should take into consideration the quantity and the right time when the material is required in an organization. Say the company plans to produce the units in the month of February. So the company has to decide it prior, decided before, that how much raw material it has to need it has to get to it is required to get how much raw material to achieve that target. So it should order the raw material keeping into consideration the stock available in the company. The next is the direct labor budget. The direct labor budget, it is made keeping into consideration as to how much labor is directly required for producing the budgeted output. That is the output, that is the production, the sale which we have decided. So the direct labor budget is based on such parameters as to how much labor, direct labor who would be working on the machines are required. For this, the direct labor budget is needed. It also takes into consideration as to for how many hours and at what cost this labor is required. Say the labor is required for 6 hours and per labor cost is say 150 rupees. So it needs to calculate well in advance as to how much labor is required per month and at what cost. The next budget is the purchase budget. So children, why there is a requirement for the purchase budget? Because the purchase budget keeps an estimates. It is required to keep an estimate to forecast the quantity and the quality of the various things which are required by the firm in terms of raw material and other things which are required as part and parcel of the production. Say the company requires different types of chemicals for the production. Say the company requires different type of stationeries, pen, etc. So all this is part and parcel of the purchase budget as to what all is required by the company to carry out the process of production. So the purchase budget is prepared on the basis as to the raw material is not a hit, that is it is available as and when it is required, and to estimate as to how much raw material is required, what all products the company needs to order and purchase for the smooth functioning of the business. Now, the next budget is the factory overhead budget. When we talk about the factory overhead budget, children, if you remember in the previous videos, we have discussed about overheads. The overheads includes all the indirect material, labor, etc. which is required in the company. So the factory's overhead budget is prepared keeping in view all those indirect labor, indirect expenses and indirect material which are required, which are part and parcel of the production budget. Say for example, the indirect material for the production such as stationery which needs to be ordered, although that is not required in the production process, but there is no way out without that stationery. Say the salaries of the gatekeepers, watchmen, they are not directly related to the production, but they are required for the factory to be guarded. So this all will be included in the factory's overhead budget. So the factory's overhead budget is prepared keeping in view all these overhead costs. The next budget to be prepared by a company is the administrative overhead budget. When we prepare the administrative overhead budget, this budget is prepared keeping in view the administrative office cost of or the expenses of the administrative office, that is the people who are involved in the clerical job in the company. Say the accountant, the people who are dealing with the typing part, exchanging of mails in different organization in different departments, all the people who are working on the clerical level, that is they are not directly involved in the production, their expenses, their cost is included in the administrative budget. The next budget which the company prepares is the selling and distribution overheads budget. This budget contains all the expenses which are related to selling, advertisement, etc. of the products. That is, say the products are made, say there are 5 lakh units to be sold in the market, but there has to be an advertisement also required for those 5 lakh units, otherwise the people are not going to buy them. So the selling and the distribution overhead budget includes the advertisement cost which is required for the sale of those 5 lakh units in the market. This budget, the selling and distribution overheads budget, is based on the sales budget because it takes into consideration as to what is the amount of sale being decided by the sales department. The next budget is the capital expenditure budget. Children, when the company decides to go into the production and sale, at times the company also need to buy certain assets, that is say plant and machinery, land and building. All these things, they are part and parcel of the capital expenditure budget because these are the expenditures which are made on the assets of the company. That is how much capital assets should be purchased, should be procured by the company so that the production level, the output is achieved. That is, so that the company has the orders of say 5 lakh units per month. The company but has only one machinery. For that the company requires say 2 to 3 machines. So the expenditure on purchasing of the capital assets such as the machinery in this case is part and parcel of the capital expenditure budget. The next budget which the company prepares is the cash budget. The cash budget is prepared as it is the summary of what the company expects as the inflow and outflow of cash. That is what the company plans that it will receive as the receipts, that is the money which is coming in, that is the money as profit, and what is the amount of payments it expects it need to undergo for doing such kind of production and sale. That is, supposingly the company decides to make a sale of 5 lakh units. So the company expects that after the sale of 5 lakh units, the company will earn a profit of say 10 lakh rupees. So the company under the cash flow budget, cash budget, the company knows as to after making a sale of 5 lakh units, the company will be able to earn 10 lakh rupees. And same goes for the payment. The company knows that it estimates that how much raw material payment it has to make. Say for making 5 lakh units, it needs to spend 2 lakh rupees on the raw material. So the cash budget keeps into view, is prepared, is a summary of this cash coming in, cash going out in the form of receipts and payments. The last budget and the most important budget which the company prepares is the master budget. Now children, the master budget is also known as the summary budget. Why? The master budget is known as the summary budget because it has all the summary of all the budgets which are prepared by the company in a particular year. It has all the financial planning of the company. That is what the company decides as in terms of what it decides in terms of say sales, production, cost, labor cost, etc. So the master budget is a summary budget because it contains the information of different departments, different budgets, the financial planning, the cash which would be coming in and going out of the company. So the master budget is why known as the summary budget, because it contains information related to sales to be achieved, production to be achieved, cost at which the materials will be available, the cost of labor, the cash which would be coming in the company, and so on. So children, in today's video we had discussed about different types of budget, including the sales budget, production budget, material budget, direct labor budget, cash budget, master budget, and so on. Thank you.